Hi, welcome to week 11. We'll be in chapter 8. Chapter 8 is more of a logical chapter. It isn't so much physical or adding commands to a structure, to a machine, router or switch, whatever the case may be. But it is how do we utilize IPv4 addresses better, knowing that they're limited, knowing that there are restrictions to them. Last chapter, in chapter 7, you learned about private and public, and I can't route private IP addresses over a public internet. I can't, there are different groups based on IP addresses, based on the ranges, so customers can better utilize the machines without spending money renting or buying a public IP address for internal use. But part of that problem is because the nature of switches, that they blast everything out to every single port, I may want to restrict access. Now, we could restrict access to devices based on securing the switch differently or setting different measurements on the switch to prohibit, which VLANs go to which devices. But the other way is to make use or better use of the IP addresses ranges that I do have, to let the router handle routing traffic only to who deserves it. So you create what they call subnet. You break down one network into smaller subsets. Well, this chapter is how do you do that? How do you do it in a simple, logical way that is relatively quick to easy, because Cisco's going to ask you questions, and you saw it on some of the homework in the last couple of chapters, is, okay, what network is this IP subnet mask in? What's the first address? What's the last address? Well, the question is, now how do I decide the sizes of those subnets and how do I create them? Well, that's what this chapter is all about. So you look at this, there's a lot of resources here to help. There's a couple of ones that I like. There's a tool called Subnetting Cheat Sheet. Easy to recreate, relatively easy to use. Doesn't require a lot of memorization. Just kind of know a process in creating the cheat sheet and how to use it. And you will do fantastic on subnets. Even if you were taking a Cisco certification exam, you could create this cheat sheet relatively quickly without slowing you down as far as time in the exam. So I've got some examples. I've got some videos posted on how to create the word cheat sheet, how to use it, how to learn to use subnet with it. And then for those of you like different approaches to learning material, I got a YouTube video from 7-second subnetting from Professor Messer. A little different twist. But I've also given you a link to an IP subnetting calculator. I've also given you a link to subnetting practice questions. And all it is it posts you a question and gives you an answer. Post a question, give you an answer over and over and over and over again. So it's very useful in training, getting your speed down. And second is Cisco being a machine, a hardware manufacturer. They've got their own methods, and you've seen it in all the Cisco literature. But for those of you who like that, I've posted a link to Cisco's ideal way of IP addressing and subnetting if you're a new user. So you have examples of that. So we've got 3 labs we'll be doing this week, along with your reflection journal, and there will be a Chapter 8 exam. So hopefully that's not too much material. Nah, you'll do it fine. So hopefully that gives you an idea what to expect this week. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.